Not too long ago, Facebook made a big update to Ads Manager objectives, and with over 10 different options to choose from, I know it can be a bit confusing on which one to pick, especially since you ideally want to use more than one objective at a time. So right now in this video, I'm going to simply break down for you the fundamentals of Facebook ads objectives and then the exact structures I use inside of my own businesses. Let's first take a look at what the source itself actually has to say. What is an objective? Facebook itself says your advertising objective is what you want people to do when they see your ads. For example, if you want to show your website to people interested in your business, you can create ads that encourage people to visit your website. And I really like that Facebook first put here on this article, before you create an ad, first consider what your business goals are. It's important to know what you want to achieve in order to choose the right objective, which is 100% true. And now there are three main categories that all of the objectives fall under. First being awareness. Facebook says that awareness objectives are to generate interest in your product or service. For example, let's say Jasper's Market is going to launch a small regional chain of grocery stores. Using the brand awareness objective, they can create a campaign that highlights their fresh, organic produce to people in the local area. The second category is consideration, which Facebook says are objectives that get people to think about your business and seek more information. For example, Jasper's Market has a website that tells their story and lists some of their store's unique offerings. Using the traffic objective, they can create a campaign that encourages people to visit their site to learn more. And last but not least, conversions. Objectives that encourage people interested in your business to buy or use your product or service. For example, Jasper's Market has opened a few new locations, and using the store traffic objective, they can create a campaign to encourage potential customers to stop by their nearest store. And this piece right here is really just kind of a sneak peek into what's all gonna make sense when I show you the structure of how I do this for my own businesses, because first, your campaigns may focus on building awareness, and later you may encourage people to make a purchase. But before we hop into my structures, I wanna touch on just real quickly here the actual updates Facebook has made to this. So they say, now most objectives will require that you choose a conversion location. And without reading through this entire article, I'm just gonna show you. So if we're in our ads manager and we go to create a new campaign, and let's choose messages as an example, and we click continue, then inside of the exact ad set itself, we're gonna be able to toggle where we want the destination of the conversion to be. Is that on Messenger, WhatsApp, Instagram DMs, or all of the above? Now, let's break down the types of businesses I'm in and which objectives I use. Business number one being direct-to-consumer e-commerce, and business number two being value-based offers, kind of like my advanced advertiser mentorship group. So let's say I'm launching a direct-to-consumer e-commerce brand from scratch with no data at all. My objective is to make sales, but what is the process of this on Facebook? And first is becoming aware of your cold, warm, and hot audiences. Your cold audience is gonna be people who are strangers. They've never seen or engaged with you or any of your posts. Your warm audience is gonna be people who have seen you in some way or form and have potentially even engaged. And your hot audience is gonna be people who have taken significant interest in what you have to offer. So for my cold campaign objective structure for this new direct-to-consumer e-commerce brand, this is the non-aggressive route. And that is optimizing my campaign for conversions. Most people new to this would assume it's best to just go ahead and choose an awareness objective or traffic, but in my experience, that's just money lit on fire. Completely unqualified and non-buyer based traffic. The better route is to start with the conversions objective, and then in your ad set, optimize for a surface level event such as view content. You're still starting from scratch and it's a cold audience, but as more people trigger that event, your cost is only going to get lower most times, and Facebook is really going to be able to find out who is most valuable to you. So I have my campaign optimizing for conversions, and then like I said in the ad set level itself, optimizing for view content. And in the ad level itself, I put mission, because these are cold people. They've never seen you. You don't want to go with an aggressive offer telling them, hey, our sale ends in 2 days, this and that, and they've never even heard of you. Instead, you want to use ad creatives that are more based around who you are, what you're doing, and what the purpose is. And now the more aggressive version of this structure is optimizing for conversions, but in the ad set, instead of view content, optimizing for your actual end objective, which is purchases. And the reason I label this as the aggressive way is because it's going to cost you more money to see results. When you're optimizing for view content, that's what Facebook is going to push. The people that are likely to view content compared to purchase, and you have no data at all, you're gonna have to spend more money to see results. But in theory, they're gonna be more of a valuable audience that Facebook thinks may be willing to purchase from you. And here in the ad level, I put call to action, essentially presenting your offer. And just a quick tip here, I recommend you use at least one video here throughout your cold campaigns, because that's gonna give you data that's gonna be very helpful into the warm and hot stages. So now the warm and hot stage, these are people who have already engaged with us and have even maybe taken significant interest depending on the audience targeting you're using. But my campaign structure for the objectives is for conversions and then purchases. And then in my ad level themselves, I'm focusing on the value of my offer and the product, what it does, who it's for, and then the incentives, whether that's you offer free shipping or you have a certain deal going on, and then UGC, which are reviews, testimonials, etc. Another quick tip, demos for your product can do very well in the hot stage. Now let's touch on a completely different objective structure, which is for value-based offers. Like if I'm going to help you scale your Facebook ads, which is something I do help for a few people a month. And if you are interested, there are links in the descriptions for all the resources. So this is a pretty cool funnel, and starting off with the cold structure for a value-based offer, whether you're an email marketer, a salesperson, you help people get more leads, whatever it is, you want to start off by providing value and getting people's attention. So the objective starts off with either using engagement or video views. And within the ad set level itself, you're going to start off with niche targeting. So that's going to be anything related to who may be interested in what you have to offer. And then the ad level itself is very important, where you have a piece of content, or ideally multiple pieces of content testing for something like this video, where you're providing value on what you do. So I named this as value with an engagement call to action. And an engagement call to action is just going to give you a more detailed audience moving forward into your warm and hot audiences. And an engagement call to action example would be something like, comment if you want to learn more, or comment if you have any questions so I can answer them, etc. And then the warm side, once you have some data of people who have watched and engaged with your value post, you're going to do a campaign optimizing for conversions. And inside of the ad set, specifically with your pixel, you're going to optimize for leads. So this is a place where I have an ad for reciprocity. So basically offering them something that is of interest, and in relation, I'm getting, a name, an email, a phone number, whatever that may be. And now I have two campaign objective structures I use for the hot retargeting, one of them being messages. And in the ad set level itself, optimizing either for Instagram DMs, your WhatsApp messages, whatever it may be, specifically promoting a specific offer that you have for the time being. These are people who have taken significant interest. And the second structure for hot retargeting is just conversions itself, optimizing for purchases and whatever offer you have to present. So those are the campaign objective structures, and I very much hope so that this video has given you some insight and value into what objectives you should use so that you can choose your own moving forward with certainty. So in the description of this video, there are links to the Facebook articles we've covered if you want to take a deeper dive into that, as well as all the resources that I have to help you, including a free course, my advanced advertiser paid group, my Instagram, and the free community to network with other people. And that's the video. Have a good day. Peace.